But she came back and helped out Penelope Ford and the Bunny. But especially because the WWE is dropping the ball in their women's division. Their women's division is starting to really turn some heads. And we've obviously been super critical of it. But you got to give them credit. If they're finally giving Penelope Ford something she can sink her teeth into, because I've been a big fan of hers for a while too. Penelope Ford, she's got blue eyes. You know that. I couldn't see because I was looking at her tits. I'm sorry, I like tits. What do you want from me? I'm a man. I can't help it. I like tits. I like vagina too. And I like, you know what? I like licking mayonnaise off of their toes. I don't care.
Big mayonnaise fan. All right. I thought it was more of a barbecue sauce guy.
Oh my gosh. That would have been definitely would have been the way to go about it if we wrote that.
Yeah. We're just riffing.
We should write that skit because he has said a couple things on his podcast just talking about how beautiful women are. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Women are pretty.
It's like, I'm get ready. I'm going to say I'm sorry and I'm inappropriate, but I'm sorry for being inappropriate. I'm just going to be honest.
I'm just being honest. I like big titties in my face. To be honest. So that parlays us into what could be an absolute banger of a pay-per-view. I mean, the expectations are great. The only thing I worry about is that is it too predictable, or the main match is too predictable? And I thought that a week ago. I'm not so sure anymore. So are you ready, Impaler? Are you ready? Here, folks, here in High Spots and Cheap Pops, Impaler has a 4-match lead after 8 months. So we have 4 months to go, and I had to gain out a match a month. This is not going to be easy. Are you ready for your all-out picks of 2021, Impaler?
Yes, I am. Let's roll with it.
All right. We'll start at the bottom. We want to keep you titillated. We want to make sure you guys stay till the end. So we're gonna
titillated is right. It's the word of the day.
I just can't help it. I like titties.
I like adjectives that have the word tit in it. Titillating. I love using it.
So starting at the bottom, we're going to start with the 21-woman casino battle royal. And there are rumors that Ruby Riott, formerly known as Ruby Riott, will debut with Ruby Soho. And there's going to be a lot of other women. You got, obviously, Jade Cargill. You have Thunder Rosa. You have the Bunny, Penelope Ford. Pretty much everybody in the women's division is going to be in. Impaler, who is your pick if Ruby Soho is in this match? Or do you have somebody else in mind?
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. Ooh. I like that.
That's who I'm going with. Yeah, she's going to go against Britt Baker. They have the built-in feud with the great match. That's where I think they're going to go with that.
Even after they got jumped by Jade and
Nyla
Rose. I'm going to pick Jade Cargill.
Okay.
I heard they're doing a slow burn on her, but it's going to be weird. How are you going to get her out of there? I guess I'll have to team up on her. They do it before. They can do it. I just don't think they're going to give her a loss.
She'll get screwed out of it somehow. Probably Nyla Rose.
I'm sure. You know what? You're right. And she'll probably throw 20 people out. She'll probably throw everybody out except the last person. Exactly.
Yeah, she'll get between Vicky and Nyla, something will happen, and there'll be beef between those two.
Well, I happen to be one of the people who thinks Ruby Soho will win this one. So I'm picking Ruby Riott as a surprise.
Ruby Soho.
He's not even in the match. Ruby Soho's not even officially in the match. That's how great Steve Valli is.
That's great. So you're going to take Ruby Soho?
Taking Ruby Soho.
All right, man. That's a good call.
And how about this? Are you excited? By the way, I wanted to talk about this. Maybe we'll get to it after these great picks. But the absolute shocker of badass Billy Gunn and, to quote Excalibur, his two scumbag children.
Yeah, they definitely turned on those guys immediately.
And by the way, they're not affiliated with QT Marshall. Marshall didn't know what the hell was going on. But my question to you is there any way in hell QT Marshall walks out winning this match? No, right? Come on.
He can't. No. But they're definitely going to start some sort of feud between Billy Gunn and Paul White, right? Like, we're going to need an Attitude Era sort of feud that'll put over his sons in the Gun Club. And what happens, let me ask you, when the Gun Club feuds with the Bullet Club?
Battle of the clubs.
It is the battle of firearms.
Who would win? The Bullet Club or the Gun Club? I don't know.
You're nothing without me. Well, you're nothing without me.
I know they'll be Bullet and Gun Club. They'll combine it. That's what I want to see.
They should call themselves the NRA.
I think you're honest. I think that would work on SmackDown. I'm not even lying. I am actually going to go with the Big Show, the former Big Show. I'm going to go with Paul White. I think he wins, and I'm hoping it's not a very long match, but I think we'll probably get 5 minutes.
60-minute Iron Man match.
And this one I'm looking forward to, even though I don't think Miro has a chance to lose. Miro takes on the Mad King Eddie Kingston, your favorite wrestler. And
you know what?
Miro
I've been critical.
To make me laugh over and over every time he references banging Lana.
Yeah, it's funny. He's so like pious and religious, and then he brings up his wife, and it's a complete dog. It's a really interesting dynamic for this character.
I only lay down for a vengeful God and my wife in a hotel room after a victory.
Exactly.
I absolutely love this, what he's doing. And he's just, the presentation's monstrous. Eddie Kingston, it's going to be a good hard-hitting match, but there's no way the Mad King wins. And they did a pretty good job of throwing this one together at the last minute. A couple of really nice promos this past weekend, or this past Dynamite. But I think we're both on the same page. Miro beats Eddie Kingston. And unfortunately, your favorite wrestler will not have a championship.
Will not, you're saying?
No, I don't think Eddie Kingston wins.
No, definitely not. Yeah. No, and I was just about to say, actually, I've been very critical of Kingston, of course, but he's been utilized great of late. This whole role of him, like, sort of like as the face guy, and they're like, hey, yeah. Like, it's like, yeah, you're going to be in a scrap, blah, blah, and it's just, he's doing this fine, like, he's sort of like the lackey, if you will. And, but yeah, he's going to get like annihilated by Miro. I think he's going to be like really hammered through. Like, they're going to get good heat on Miro with this.
I think they're going to get good heat, but I think it's going to be a competitive match. And I think they already have a story they're going to tell. Kingston's going after the neck. He's already yo, your neck, bro. Your neck, bro. Sounds like Vince Russo a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know what? He should be managed by him.
That would be that'd be too much New York for me in one
yeah, and we're from originally from Jersey, and it's like, oh God, relax with this.
So yeah, I don't think there's a shot in hell that we don't see Miro walk out. So there's that one. But I think it's going to be a really entertaining match. And when you're talking about this, you're talking about maybe the least important match on this card right now. Or maybe the Moxley one.
Moxley one for sure.
By the way, is a fantastic segue. Moxley takes on Japanese legend, even though he's not really in his prime anymore, to be completely honest, if I can be honest. And I wouldn't want to be anything but honest with you people, as that's one of the values, the Valley values.
5 of those.
I want to. And so John Moxley takes on Satoshi Kojima, who this is going to be a very good, hard-hitting New Japan style professional wrestling match, which Moxley loves and is very good at. I don't think there's any chance Moxley drops this one. I don't think he would lose to a Japanese wrestler unless it's a big name. So Satoshi is not that name right now. So I don't think there's a chance. It's just a good way to kind of showcase some New Japan type pro wrestling to a new audience. And Moxley does a good job with that style. If you go and see his style of wrestling, really translates well over to New Japan. I think even more so than it does to AEW style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, Moxley wins. This is bet the house on it, man.
Well, unfortunately, I can't. Vegas doesn't work that way.
Oh.
AEW Tag Team Championship. The Young Bucks in a steel cage match against the Lucha Brothers. And I just think everything that's going into this, the way they went off, the fact that the Lucha Brothers have consistently been one of the best tag teams in the world for a long time, and they've been there every single solitary week through the pandemic and everything. I think they get their just desserts here. These two are going to throw down, and I think the Lucha Brothers will beat the Young Bucks for the tag team championship. I don't know how long the reign is going to be, but I think the Young Bucks do drop the titles here, and it was a hell of a run. But I think Lucha Brothers walk out as your new AEW Tag Team Championships, the most coveted tag team championship in the world of wrestling today.
It's a good pick. I mean, I think you might be onto something. The only thing that I'm sort of curious about is leading into this match, you had some circumstances with Andrade and Pac. They were supposed to wrestle each other, and there was a phone book sort of contract that was involved with this match. And Chavo said something to the Lucha Brothers about you'll never win being connected to him. And now you have the situation where that match is not happening. So I wonder how they're going to treat it, man. Like, and to me, I was thinking that they might actually consider having Andrade help the Lucha Brothers win this thing. But I think you're onto something. And yeah, I would say that the Lucha Brothers are probably going to win this match. And I think also that'll lead towards them going against Pride and Powerful, which you would have a very like Spanish-centric tag team feud going there, which would probably be pretty interesting with those two crews.
Yeah, you already heard what my thoughts are. It's kind of bullshit that you didn't get. What are you going to go at every pick I did just to keep your lead? Is that how we're going to do this? I convinced you to pick the Young Bucks. Everyone heard it. Or you picked the Lucha Brothers. Everybody heard it.
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's bullshit.
No.
You're bagging. You're sandbagging me, motherfucker.
I'm not sandbagging you at all.
AEW Women's Championship, Dr. Britt.
I'm not the one who told you to pick Ruby Soho.
I hope she wins, for Christ's sake. That would be a good shot in the arm. That would be a good shot in the arm.
Do you want me to go and give my prediction on whatever next match you want to throw at me?
Yeah, we're gonna switch first. We're gonna switch firsties moving forward.
Okay.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Chris Statlander. They have built this up pretty well.
Britt Baker.
Absolutely. Britt Baker wins this. She's gonna have a nice title run here. But the thing is, Britt Baker is just so over with the crowd, even though she's a heel. She's a scumbag heel. Like, she's kind of a piece of shit heel, too. She does whatever the hell. But she's just, and I love her. I mean that, and by the way, mean that in the sincerest, nicest way. She's my absolute favorite female wrestler right now, and it's not even close. So, and she's been my pick for a while too, as you know, in Baylor. And by the way, I did want to point out, it's good to see you come around on Eddie Kingston, Brandon Cutler, two guys that I told you, you know what, there's something there if you give them a chance. So I'm happy that and you picked the Lucha Brothers. I'm happy that I can inspire you to grow as a wrestling fan.
Oh my God. I wake up every morning and I open my eyes, and that is literally the first thought I have that comes into my mind. I go, thank God Silicon Steve Valley has steered me down this path.
When I wake up in the morning, I think barbecue sauce on a girl's pussy. I'm sorry. I just like eating barbecue sauce out of a pussy. I'm just a man. I can't help it.
Was that a direct quote? You might have said that, right?
I think it was on episode 74 of Grilling JR, but I'll have to ask Conrad Thompson. He's trying to get me to get a mortgage with him. So we'll see.
He pushes those things like crazy.
It is how he became a millionaire.
Yeah, true.
It is how. That's exactly. And if we can take a break here, He is proof positive of what I'm talking about. You make the money so you can you can make a shitload of money so you have a couple tens or 20,000 to burn, get some fucking high profile interviews, and boom.
That's the way you do it, man.
I'm telling you, you don't need talent. You need distribution. Talent keeps you there, but talent don't get you there. Luck gets you there.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to that. So I believe that was a dark code. Yes. And then one of the big ones, I would say, what did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you even pick that match? Oh yeah, you picked it away.
Britt Baker.
I was giving you a grand introduction, as only the Silicon one can do, and you just yelled Britt Baker. So I didn't know if you want to expand upon your pick.
Yeah, because there's no way Chris Statlander's winning this match. There's like no way. And yeah, there you go. Because you can get that over. Like she's like the worst, man. She's like, I'm not a fan of her at all. And
brutal on her.
And I'm sorry, she's a botch fest, man. It's not safe. Her character is not good.
What do you mean she's not safe? Time out. What do you know about Chris Statlander not being safe? I'm going to take you to task.
I will go and give you a link to videos and you'll see how she's not safe.
I mean, is it more than any other wrestler or female, especially female wrestlers?
It's enough for her to stand. It's for her enough for her to stand out. She's no Nia Jax. I won't go that far, but
well, yeah. And then my point is, she's a mid-carder. She's a mid-carder in their female division. Like, what do you want?
Right, and
yeah,
she's a mid-carder, and you just said she's a mid-carder and a female. And what do you want? So I guess she can't really strive to be good at what she does.
I said she's a mid-carder in the women's division, and in that women's division, even though it's getting better, hasn't been great.
You were just talking about how awesome it was.
Wasn't a shot at women, you son of a bitch. I have a daughter.
I thought you went that route. You did. Say like I did. I thought so. So yeah, Statlander, there's no way she's winning this. And it's Absolutely. Like I feel like I think it's like I think it's a shitty thing to put Britt Baker.
Who else? Yeah, you need someone. You need someone to feed the big Baker now until someone else really steps up.
Oh yeah.
You know, and look, she busted her ass to get back a lot quicker than thought. A lot of people do like Chris Statlander, whether you like it or not. People do. So
yeah,
there's that.
People like Eddie Kingston too.
It's all good. Chris Jericho, MJF. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this pay-per-view. These are the three big ones in my eyes.
Do you want
Chris Jericho with his career on the line against Maxwell Jacob Friedman, arguably one of the most perfect wrestling heels in the history of wrestling. And I defy you to tell me different. This one's tough, but I think MJF does it. And I think Chris Jericho wrestles his last match in AEW, at least for a while.
I thought we were just taking a dramatic pause.
No, we already did that shit.
Okay.
And we already said if he loses, we're going to have a nice Jericho chat next week, and it's going to be amazing. One of our top rated shows.
It will be. I mean, it will be to the moon for sure. MJF wins. And you know what? This kind of goes. Motherfucker. I would have picked first as well if you wanted me to.
I don't know why I picked first on the two that I think you might have been on the fence about. God, that is pretty stupid. Because
you're playing checkers and I'm playing chess.
Possibly.
Yeah. One of the things that sort of stuck out to me, especially like in these shows recently, like if you had Jericho on the show, they don't really mention the inner circle. You had Santana and Ortiz out there. They don't even like bring it up. And I I think there is, like, they're going to disband, and then Sammy's going to have to make it on his own. Pride and Powerful are going to have to do it as well. I don't know what the hell Jake Hager is going to be up to, but it seems like Jericho at the very least is going to be doing his announcing thing and be in a bit of a like hiatus.
I thought Jake Hager, actually, I thought of an idea that where he can be a heater for somebody. And I had an idea, and I'm trying to remember who it was, and I thought it would be hilarious. And I really forget if I remember, I think it was a tag team. And he kind of fits their mold. I'm trying to think about who could have been, but what have you. Yeah, whatever Jake Hager's going to do. Yeah, I just think a lot of the signs. Also, what is Jericho going to do moving forward? With all these new names coming back, and Jericho did exactly what he needed to do for this company. So I think it is Jericho's time. He's going to have a nice carry, and he is over 50. Is he going to be that guy? I don't know if Jericho wants to be Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And he's doing all these crazy matches on his way out.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's a perfect story. And this time that guy wins. Then we talk about another one of the three big ones that I'm talking about. CM Punk versus Darby Allin. In CM Punk's grand return, first wrestling match since Royal Rumble 2014, when he was eliminated by Corporate Kane and then unceremoniously put through a table. So bad he got a staph infection and quit the company and never wrestled again. Kane was brutal that night.
It's a hell of a history right there, man.
Darby Allin, what a great shine, and he has done a beautiful job with it. It continues to build his star power. But even with that, and with the Stinger coming and staying home, there is not a way in hell that CM Punk loses this match on his return in Chicago. I'm sure you would agree.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree on that. I mean, that's I hate the term no brainer, but like that's as easy as it gets to me. Like in Chicago, that place is going to erupt. It's going to be a great feel good moment. The match is going to be great because Darby's going to do whatever he can to get a returning CM Punk way over, like as far as physically. They're going to leave little doubt that he can still go. And Darby Allin's going to, do this. I've actually thought I have a theory to throw out there. You know how CM Punk returned for the first dance?
Yes.
In Chicago? His first match is going to be at the pay-per-view and All Out with Darby Allin in Chicago.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm going to throw this on the table. Whenever CM Punk decides that he's going to be hanging it up, they're going to do it in Chicago. And a la Michael Jordan in the documentary they did, his final match is going to be called The Last Dance, and it's going to be against Darby Allin. And Darby Allin's going to take his career.
That would be beautiful. Hopefully we're many years away from that. But that would be beautiful, and it's something that maybe even in the back of CM Punk's head he has already.
Yeah, they're so specific with that first dance thing. I'm like, because I don't know if you actually watched that Last Dance documentary about Bulls. It's a thing of beauty, man. Just being a sports fan in general, people should watch that. Seeing the mentality of Michael Jordan, I was intrigued. I was like, totally
took too much credit.
And you know what? He didn't. Jordan was just incredible in this thing, and you could sense like the influence that it had on CM Punk. And honestly, what I love is with his return, CM Punk's return here too, seeing what an icon he is in the city of Chicago.
Yeah. And
it's awesome.
Man, it's a beautiful thing because he was in a time of when WWE, all this shit that we were seeing now is just coming out because now people have a place to go and wrestlers are making money all over the world, not just in AEW. 10 years ago, that was not the case, and you needed to play ball in WWE. And CM Punk was telling WWE how real professional wrestling fans feel. That's what made CM Punk such a legend. It wasn't the straight edge society, which was great, or anything he did prior. It was the way he stuck up. He was literally the voice of the voiceless. And again, like I said before, those promos in the summer of 2011 were absolutely prophetic to what we are seeing today.
Yep.
And he wins, and it's the question is he going to be a game-changing star where he's the guy that after all the new people come in, is he going to be the guy that you can strap your rocket to, and can he take this brand into the next century? I don't know. I don't know if he is that guy. A lot of people don't think he is, but he's going to get a shot. He's going to get a shot in AEW. That's for darn sure. Then the pièce de résistance. I don't know about this. I know that Kenny's going to win this match. Kenny Omega defends the AEW World Championship against Christian Cage. And especially, I didn't think he was ever going to win this match anyway, Christian Cage, but certainly not after he took the Impact Championship. So,
okay.
Is there anything you're looking for? So we both picked Kenny Omega there. I think it's going to be a good match, but Kenny wins. One Wing Angel. Thank you for playing, right?
Yeah, I think Kenny wins. I think what's going to happen here is the return of Daniel Bryan.
Is it going to be Daniel Bryan or is it going to be Adam Cole?
That's a good call. I'm reading that they're trying to go and enhance and like advance Daniel Bryan's return quickly. So it could very well be Adam Cole, which would be great. And, I think would be awesome. I don't know which would be better, but like if Daniel Bryan comes out there to go and, I don't know, maybe save Christian Cage from getting annihilated like they did at the end of the, whatchamacallit, at the end of the Dynamite.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely prefacing something there, like as if he's trying to hurt another champion. So, yeah, either Cole or the place is going to go crazy for either.
Absolutely. What's the better moment?
Oh, man. And you know what? It's difficult to say because you're going to have the greatest moment ever occur with CM Punk winning.
That's going to be a great
and
they're going to tell.
So how do you book this? Are you putting on Punk before the championship match?
I think you have to keep the championship at the top of the card. I really do. If you want to keep it true to the sport, I think that's what you do. Now, I think that's what Tony is going to do because he doesn't want to give. And I actually, frankly, I don't know if CM Punk would want to go on last. It's a lot more pressure, and he's already nervous as shit. This is the first time he's going to have a professional wrestling match on television in front of millions of people in a very long time. He's going up against a kid who is young. He's very unorthodox. You're going to have to really I wouldn't suggest Darby Allin's a real easy guy to have your first match back with. Even though he's phenomenal and he's great. But I would suggest that Darby Allin, because of his style, and how do you take that dive? CM Punk even asked, I don't even know how you would take that. I don't want to get with that.
It's like a missile.
And so you definitely have to put Kenny on last. And I think you're going to have the big surprise at the end of the night. And that's when you see Adam Cole show up. And I think it will be Adam Cole because the reason I think Adam Cole, we know it's going to be one or the other. Do you want to make this a little pick too?
Nah, not really.
Oh, you son of a sandbagging motherfucker. All right. So I believe it's going to be Adam Cole after Kenny Omega, because don't forget, if you remember, and if anyone remembers, this is very key. This is important. And I know you could say, well, Kenny and Bryan Danielson have history too. No. Adam Cole left the Elite, was kicked out of the Elite by Kenny Omega. They never faced each other, ever faced each other. There was never a blow-off with Kenny and Adam Cole.
Right.
The blow-off was with the Young Bucks. And then Adam Cole obviously went to NXT and then became one of the most successful NXT champion in terms of days champion, longest running champion ever.
Yep.
So Adam Cole is a major player. He's beloved by everybody within the company. He hangs out with them every New Year's Eve, the last 2 New Year's Eves. And he has a built-in storyline. And they poisoned him and killed him off. I think Adam Cole, it would be the better moment in that moment, because I think Daniel Bryan maybe should get his own moment at a la get him on a Dynamite or a CM Punk kind of vibe on a Rampage.
Yep.
Maybe do another Rampage. Make Rampage the show that you don't know when everything's going to happen.
Yeah, it'll bring a lot of eyes on a Friday night, man.
But it's going to be pretty incredible. It might be historic, but yes, the big ones that we're going to talk about that were surprises. We do think MJF beats Jericho, and we both think that the Lucha Brothers walk out as the new AEW Tag Team Champions. I think the Bucks would get it back relatively quickly, though, within a month or two, though. I don't know how long this title reign would be.
Let me ask you this question, because you are definitely a Bullet Club aficionado. If the Bucks lose the titles and lose some of their luster, for instance, and Adam Cole returns, do you think they stick with Kenny Omega or perhaps align themselves with Adam Cole?
No, they are 100% to Kenny Omega, and they actually are the ones who poisoned Adam Cole. But you don't.
So there's bad blood.
Yeah, they're the ones who actually did the poisoning. It was Kenny's idea, but they followed out the rules. So
nice.
And so this is definitely Adam Cole coming back as a babyface for sure.
Is there anybody there that you would align with Adam Cole?
Not right away. I think he's got to do this on his own initially. Look, he just was in a faction for a while, but eventually, yeah, maybe, you know what? Bring back Bobby Fish. Bring back Bobby Fish and put him with, if there was a couple people.
Kazarian
would be the first guy that would come to mind. But he's a little older. That. I don't know if he wants to play second fiddle. Kazarian could do his own thing right now, too. Let him have a shot as good. Let him have a decent singles run. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I have to be completely honest with you. Not sure I would put anybody with Adam Cole right now. But if you were going to be eventual about it, I'm trying to think of a tag team, Best Friends, but you might not like them. Might be too goofy.
Yeah.
If he turn heel, obviously not including Orange Cassidy, turn heel on Orange Cassidy and join Adam Cole.
Well, I mean, but Adam Cole's going to be the face in this thing, right?
Right. Initially, absolutely. He's coming back to challenge Kenny. And then he's going to lose to Kenny, probably at full gear. But I did notice, though, AEW has done a good job of making sure, even if there are new faces and big names, they got to work for it. No one's getting a title shot. Because you could have easily put CM Punk and Kenny Omega in the title picture right now. Easily. You could have definitely made that match if you knew this was coming. But they decided against it. They're going to do a slow burn. And they made Christian Cage earn it, who's undefeated in AEW. They always talk about that. And that's another thing. AEW does such a good job of treating this like a sport. In fact, so much so, Orange Cassidy wins a match right in the middle of the break. And then you saw the
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, but you know what? Do you think that was a mistake or what?
If it wasn't a mistake, it was brilliant. If it was a mistake, it was weird. But I think it adds to the live show and it adds to the sport act of it. I mean, honestly, if you went, and JR has said this, so this is not a complete thing where this might not be the case. But JR said it in his podcast. He's like, I don't know, you go to a break during a match. Well, I mean, obviously, it's, he talks, and he's like, well, then obviously the match isn't going to win. The match isn't going to end when you're on break. I mean, how realistic is that? I can't help it. I like when a girl puts nipple clamps right on top of my nips and then snatches the chain right to the bottom of my testicles. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm a man. That's what I do.
Does JR like that, or do you like that?
It was JR, clearly.
Oh, okay. I just want to be clear about this.
Well, obviously.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a big pay-per-view, but I don't think there's going to be many surprises in terms of the finishes. But that's not a bad thing. But you're going to see some stories told, and you're going to see some other stories build, and probably new stories begin. And I think Adam Cole is a great job of that. Would be big. And to hear the Chicago crowd go, Adam Cole, you missed your spot. So that's cool.
Baby.
Now, I mean, you nailed the first couple in the beginning of the show, and then here we go. So exciting times ahead. We have SmackDown tomorrow night, and we have Roman taking on Finn Balor. Roman's going to win, and I have no idea, nor really have as much interest in what actually will be happening other than that on SmackDown. Rampage, what's the big thing happening here?
Darby Allin against Daniel Garcia with CM Punk on the microphone doing commentary.
Ooh, that sounds sexy.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get involved in the ring again. What else is going on? You know what? Rampage is going to be an hour and a half, right?
Well, they're doing an hour, and then they're doing a half-hour countdown to All Out. And by the way, folks, make sure you're checking us out on our YouTube feed and Facebook feed. We're going to be doing the first ever watch-along of a pay-per-view. You are welcome to join me, Impaler, if that's possible. But we're going to be doing it, and we're going to be responding and seeing what we're going to try it. Take it out for a spin. We had some fun with it during the Nia Jax Charlotte Flair match. As you can imagine, we had a ton of fun with that. And that's just one thing we're going to do. We're going to do watch-alongs of really bad WWE matches. It's pretty much a new thing we're going to do. So
there's going to be plenty of material.
There is no shortage of that in the world of WWE, for sure.
You know what you got to do is we got to do a watch-along of that Red Velvet match that she had against Britt Baker's henchman.
Oh, my God. That match was not good at all.
Bad. It's bad.
But, I mean, they're not Charlotte Flair and
Nia Jax.
I'm not going to compare Jamie Hayter to Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. Are you like, I don't even know her name. How familiar are you with that girl?
Jamie Hayter?
Yeah.
I am fairly familiar. She was signed originally to AEW in the beginning. She had some issues with her visa and such. I don't know her all that well. She's big and she can cut a promo. That's pretty much all I know about her. So I don't know a ton about her, just of what I've heard from AEW.
Yeah, like when she came out for the first time, she had like the hooded sweatshirt or whatever on, and it was like she took it off, and I felt like nobody knows who the hell this girl is.
Yeah, I think they thought it was going to be a bigger deal than it was. It clearly did not go over well with the crowd.
Nah, not at all.
I didn't know asking until Excalibur told me.
Yeah, true.
That's Jamie Hayter. You know what? I'll tell you one thing about Jamie Hayter. I'm beating that into the ground here tonight. Are you excited for All Out? Are you going to be getting this pay-per-view All Out?
No.
All right. So I will give you a full report next week on this amazing event. We are going to watch it. We are excited. Don't forget, we're going to be on location September 22nd, Arthur Ashe Stadium, AEW Dynamite in their Grand Slam event. We're excited to see that. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait for that. And any parting shots here, Impaler? What do you got for me now? We're about to say goodbye. Your thoughts about AEW All Out, everything going on in the world of professional wrestling. And is there a possibility we'll see Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole?
I don't know, man. And that's the cool thing about what's going on right now is because it's an exciting time where Tony Khan is taking positive steps, and the people that he's bringing in can help shape this show into something even better than it already is. And we could see this progress, and you almost feel it immediately, the CM Punk segments especially. So yeah, we're on the way to get something really cool here. And if Adam Cole shows up, man, that is going to be really special because he can cut a hell of a promo. And my God, man, I would love to see a dueling promos between Adam Cole, baby, and CM Punk. And just, it's almost like they should call it the exit interview and just talk about what it was like working at WWE like 8 years ago versus just even a few months ago or within a few weeks ago. So
I don't think Adam Cole's going to look. I don't think Adam Cole's going to look too sadly about his WWE career because he never got called up to the main roster and was never wasted. He never had to really flounder. He's always has been given something to sink his teeth into.
But he was on the verge, if he wanted to say. If he went and met with Vince, they talked money. Vince probably offered what he felt comfortable. And Adam Cole, baby, was like, I'm out, man. You're gonna ruin me. You're gonna ruin me like everybody else.
Yeah, well, why would you stay there? You have your
No,
best friends are over in the other one. I didn't think it was ever a slam dunk. Once I knew his contract was up soon, I knew he was going to be gone. I called it 2 years ago, I believe, and I think you were even kind of saying you don't think so because he loves what's going on in NXT, and I said, okay, but WWE is going to WWE. Just another one of those things where I feel bad. I mean, you spent so much time loving that brand, and then it just destroy it right in front of you with finger painting and weird colors and giant men who don't even know what professional wrestling is.
You feel bad for me, huh? It's kind of like when I felt bad for you when that ring didn't explode.
Ooh, yeah, that was a bummer.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we weren't too high on Kenny's reign because he really, and that was such a good match other than that. That's the funny part. What they had to do in that match.
69 me, Don. That's what they had to do.
Oh, that was so great. I am absolutely, I am super stoked. AEW continues to grow every single solitary week in terms of interest, in terms of what they're building. Obviously not listenership.
Dude, and you know what? Like, they're expanding the brand with CM Punk because here he's on the show Heels, and he's been doing publicity. Like, I think he was on WFAN today.
Oh, no, he has always wanted to be the guy. This is one thing AEW is getting them have. CM Punk never felt like WWE gave him a fair shot and a fair opportunity to be the guy. They never thought he had it in him. They never even tried. He cut a promo that changed the game to where he actually had to pay the guy more money. Kept him around for a little while.
Yep.
Then he was gone, and now he's back. But this guy has always wanted to be the best, always wanted to be a big draw, and always wanted to help get other people over. And now he gets to be John Cena. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He gets to be John Cena in a good way.
Yeah. He could be the guy. Absolutely, man. And that's the thing. It's like, he's a great, how can I put this, individual to sort of put in front of the company in terms of media and interviews. And it was great too. Okay. You get past the tattoos and all the preconceived things that some people might have with that. And then you realize, oh, wait a second, he's a straight edge guy. So he doesn't drink or do drugs. And he's really eloquent the way he speaks. And it's just a very natural way to connect to everybody. And it's like hard not to like the guy. So it's as good as it gets for them. And they're using him great.
Yeah, they're going to let him go. And he probably, knowing what I know about CM Punk, he probably has at least the next 6 months to 8 months of television written for himself. And he probably did it with Tony, and they're like, all right, we're on board. I mean, they probably, I really do believe this. They have stories told for at least a year or two to come for a lot of different guys. And it's just really cool to see this. And we're seeing it all. And it's kind of like you want to binge watch it, but they do it live for you every week. So it's really an exciting time. And I could not be happier with AEW right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing Adam Cole this Sunday at All Out.
Hey, babe.
Oh, I love it. All right. I don't know. Yeah, I could probably end it there.
All right. On that note, all right.
Yeah, well, I like ending like without doing the whole spiel in the end.
Mm.
But like a little fade out, maybe a wrestling song, you know. I'm using Plant a Seed right now, an old song my old band did. But like have the song kind of fade in as like we're done talking.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You can fade it, or you could do like a fake JR barbecue commercial and then fade out with that.
That would be great. I'm sorry. I just like women's titties. I can't help it. I'm a man, damn it. I like women's titties.
You don't tell a bird not to fly, do you?
I can't help it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be cool, man. I don't think I'm going to be around actually on Sunday night, so I'm not going to be able to watch it.
I got you. It's cool.
Yeah. But it'll be, actually, I'm supposed to get together with Tony Tomato. I haven't seen him in a little while.
Shit!
So
Tell him I said hi.
yeah, and actually, he bought a house and he's been there for honestly 2 years, and I've yet to be there.
I've had a house for 8 years and you've been here either.
All
right, that's cool.
That's sad. Is that how you want to end this, with sadness?
No, I'm totally joking about this. I never invited you either, so it's not really your fault. In retrospect. So now I'm going to invite you, and you got to come over, and that's going to be weird.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, all right, I'm here. Entertain me.
And yeah, my dogs will bark at you for 20 minutes, but they're harmless.
Yeah, I hate that about dogs, man. It's the same thing with mine, man. It's like,
I think your dog, you have a big dog that wanted to kill me, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, he was like flipping out, and then, but yeah, he's pretty good at, actually, as far as like, it's all about the introduction.
Yeah.
If the introduction doesn't go well, then it's a shit show. But then if it goes well, after he calms down, all of a sudden he'll just like chill out and lay down.
Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, yeah, I know. My friend has a dog like that too.
But yeah, it's like, God, man, just be chill and just relax. Like, what the hell? Like, this is not like something nuts. Just another person coming over. God, just relax with it. Then honestly, we have this little dog, and it's a real just jerk. It has bitten somebody that came over here.
What was fucking Cannon's dog's name?
Buddy.
Buddy bit me once.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched that.
Yeah, I kind of was fucking with him, wasn't I? I was nipping.
Yeah, you were. You were drunk, and yeah. And then he just snapped at you, and you're like, ah.
I deserved every bit of it. I knew I did too.
You did. Yeah, you were definitely antagonizing.
I was a fucked up human being when I was drunk back then, years. At times.
Yeah. We all have our moments.
Yeah, I guess. Moments.
But yeah, man.
All right, cool, dude. It's 1:11. It's late.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, and I got to get up early. You know what sucks in my business is I hate 3-day weekends, and I shouldn't say that, right? Reason being is I have to fit 3 days of work into one day tomorrow, and I hate these days.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like I'm getting paid anymore, you know?
You want to send me some shit? I'll help you out.
Yeah. All of a sudden we're sending oil to the Kabul and the Taliban.
We probably are in some ways.
Oh, I was certain of it. But yeah, man, let me rock and roll. I'll catch you later for sure, man. It was good podcast tonight.
Hey, so, dude, don't worry, dude. In like 8 years, they'll be rocking Chelsea Gabbard running for president and vice president. You find the world will be a great place.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I am too. All right, buddy. See you later.
All right, Holmes. Catch you later, man.